everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Hope Grown. Today we have Patrick, who is, of course, my co-host. My name is Kiara Nally, and we have a super special guest, Miss Icey, here with us. So I kind of want to start with, your intro. So tell us who you are, Miss Icey, and what you do here at New Hope.
Okay, so here at New Hope, I am a non-certified teacher in the education department. I do teach transformations. Those are the girls that are ages 12 to 14 on, like I said, with transformations unit. It's all girls. I've been here, back maybe 3.5 years,
Gotcha.
4 years.
Gotcha.
I did start probably about 2013, 2014.
Right.
I was here, and then I left. I came back, so here I am.
What was that experience like, leaving and coming back? Like, did you see a big change in yourself or in the environment?
To be honest with you, one with myself, I did realize I matured a whole lot.
Sure,
and I learned so much while I was here.
Right.
But then, of course, coming back, just taking the things that I learned in between jobs, and then it just felt like I was ready.
Right.
I was ready. I could really fulfill my purpose. Do what I came to do. I will say I did love I like the culture.
Yes.
The culture, the shift in the culture. That was different for me. I did feel like it was very beneficial to the company, just because I seen it from the start up until that moment.
So, how far was the gap in between when you left versus came back?
I say about 3 years.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am. So about 3 years. So I was here when the first CEO was here, Mr. Pfeiffer, and then just coming in, meeting Matt, and it was just welcoming from the start.
Right.
And of course I got along with both.
Right.
But it was
different approaches.
It was different approaches.
Yeah.
And I definitely. It was a joy.
Feel the difference.
It was a joy.
Yeah, I love that. So,
yes,
what made you come back to New Hope? Because I'm sure you didn't realize, the culture shift, or So, what brought you back?
So I will say that although I have many, I'm a jack of all trades.
Yes.
After just experiencing, I did hair, I did go to the call center. Of course, in the past, I did work with the residents on the unit, so I did do residential staff or whatever.
Gotcha.
I mean, I felt like I was good at all things, but I felt like that was my purpose. I felt like I could do this effortlessly with my eyes closed. It just came natural. I could be my true, authentic self and without judgment, and I felt like I made a difference. So
you absolutely
I feel like coming back, I was like, well, this is the right thing to do. And I kid you not, it was when I did leave, it was kind of hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. It was although I did the job, I worked at the call center. I excelled dramatically.
I'm sure.
But it was and I made good money, but it was I wasn't happy at my job.
Yeah, you weren't working in your purpose.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
So I got to come back. I'm thankful for it. I'm grateful for it.
I love that you get to come back as a teacher too, because I feel like when you were here before, you were also teaching and learning. But it's so that just 360 and just that. I love that.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, let me look. That was just off the cuff, but
yes, ma'am.
Can you walk us through a day in the life of your job? I mean, I'm sure every day looks different, but when you come to work, what do you do? What does it look like?
So to be honest with you, even though I'm a teacher, it's even being a teacher and working in this facility, you have to have so many hats.
Right.
It's you got to be that listener. You got to be the person to redirect. You got to be that person just to support the kids when they need you.
Right.
Just be that comfort to them. But I will say, and that's just on top of trying to teach them the academics as well as everyday life purposes. I always start off my morning, honestly, not that I'm the fun classroom, but I would say, when they come in, I'll say, hey, we're gonna do meditation, morning meditation. When we come in, and morning meditation is always the same thing.
Gotcha.
It can be listening to music.
Right.
We can go outside, read a book. We can go outside and walk around the fence or whatever, go for a walk.
Yeah.
We can just take 5 minutes and do a math drill. It's whatever I feel like the energy is when they get ready to come into the room.
Yes,
and it's setting the tone. Yes,
exactly.
It's setting the tone for the day. So no day's the same.
Yes, I love that. You kind of feel the vibe of how people are showing up, because it is different. What the what the experience was the night before is going to be different and change the morning. So I love that you adapt to what you feel and like just like regroup everyone. Like we need to get in the zone.
And sometimes you gotta look at it. If, like just you being at that door waiting on them with a smile, it'll change the whole tone for the day.
It does, and just I feel like it's so important to have like that you've built trust and an understanding, not just with residents, but with your team and with staff members. Like, y'all, everybody who passes Miss Icey is always, hey, Miss, like, everyone loves you, and it's authentic. It's not forced. This is like truly what you love to do, and you just pour into everybody. So
I try my best.
Yes. Patrick, I'll stop chatting all up. Go ahead.
No, please. It's great back and forth. For you, was there a particular moment, maybe it was early on or even after you came back, where you realized the impact, the work you were doing, the presence, your presence being here, and that impact you had on the kids here at New Hope?
So like I feel like the moment that I feel like I made an impact was like when they needed me. And when I say when they needed me, it's like, hey, Miss Icey, I just need somebody to talk to. Hey, Miss Icey, is this answer right? They just needed me to be that support person, or even if they was just having a hard time, it's like, hey, just can I talk to you? I know you're the teacher, but can I talk to you? And I'll take that moment and say, okay, first you do this, then we'll do this, and I'll give you that 15 minutes. So that way we both can like come to common grounds and we can get things done. But I do feel like overall it's like knowing that I made the difference and I was able to just make that little moment throughout their day, that's when I know I made an impact on all the kids.
I love that, especially because asking for help is so hard, and it can be like, it can feel embarrassing, or like, so the fact that they trust, like, oh, I don't have to have shame behind this. I love that. Yeah,
and they can come with like you say, they come with comfort. They're comfortable with saying I need help, and that's a win.
Yes. I love that. I love that. What's something that you wished people understood more about the work you do, the work that happens from a staff standpoint here at New Hope?
So something I just wish that people realize, even though these kids like are broken, they really are strong. And it's like, with them being as strong, they dealing with all these different problems, and they still try to show up every day. And it's like, if they can show up, we can show up too. And we got to show up with a purpose. Like, and if you're going to come and do it, it's like, do it to your full ability, because like at the end of the day, like I always say, you're in charge of their childhood. You're showing up for them. Like, you're making memories. You're in charge of their childhood memories. Try to make it as memorable as possible, because it's like, you never know what, like, it builds character.
It does.
So it's like, I just wish a lot of people would just realize it.
And just like me and Miss Icey were speaking about, like, off camera before we started, kids truly remember you, no matter if you were 3 weeks apart of their life, 3 months, 3 years, like, they remember you. I remember almost all of the staff members, the ones who impacted me positively and negatively, like, from my time here. Like, so it's so true what you say, that you do make a difference in everything. That's exactly, I'm glad that you said that, because the impact, it's just like when you have a school teacher that, we remember our school teachers and how they taught us. So it's not lost on me that you're going to be remembered for how you impact people.
And that goes back to like what me and you were also talking about. It's like just getting in this field. It's like I remember coaches and stuff that like had my back. Coaches, teachers, they took the time to say, "Hey, are you okay?" And I remember them. So I think that's like working with kids and just being in this environment, especially this environment. It's like I've it's a lot of value. I value it a whole lot.
Those little moments that feel so small to like our day. They're huge. They make a big difference. They change how people see the world, see people, trust people, all of those things. It might feel like, oh, I don't know if I'm making a difference and stuff like that, but always you are. It's just up to you whether that difference is positive or negative. So,
I totally agree.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I love that.
the harder days, maybe not even necessarily hard for you, but hard for some of the kids, or if someone wants to confide in you, is there anything you do after, a long day or a day where that's full of maybe unexpected, like emotional conversations, anything you do in your personal life that helps you reset, recharge, decompress at the end of a long day or even like a long week?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Working in New Hope all these years, and even all the way down to when I left, I used to keep like this little file.
Okay.
And in that file, every picture a kid has drawn me, every bracelet, like just about every bracelet, just different like birthday card, like if it's your birthday, if they know it's a staff birthday, even as a unit, like we used to make birthday cards for whoever the resident was, everybody would sign because we treat everybody the same. But the kids used to do it for the staff as well. All the birthday cards, everything. I had a couple graduates, they'll write their thank you speeches, and I'll print their thank you speech out and I put it all in the file. Don't think, just going back and looking at those types of things, it helps me reset, even after a stressful day. If it's like a student where I feel like I just cannot get to it, if I look in that file, I'm like, okay, you remember Johnny? He wasn't always listening. He didn't always want to hear it. But guess what? You and Johnny got through it, and you met the goal. The goal was accomplished. Johnny left New Hope successful. Johnny graduated. Johnny finished he got his GED. And those are the things that like help me reset. Along with listening to music and just every day, don't get me wrong,
and stuff like that.
In this facility, in this environment, you gotta find something throughout the day that helps you just stay on track. My girls like to listen to music. You know what we do? We have a playlist and we play it all day long. Long as they're working, I play their playlist, but that helps us reset too. Not just myself, not just staff, but the girls too. So we all do it together.
I love that.
Yeah.
And that's like even great to know, like I work best with music, you know, and or like just because I'm listening to music doesn't mean that I'm not retaining things. So I love that. And I love your reset and that you have a folder just of like reminders and also like your purpose.
It's definitely it's the memories.
That's
it's the
amazing.
memories. It's the memories. I'm talking about from way back. It's so crazy, but it give me my why.
You're so sentimental.
It give me my why. It does.
Oh
it does.
Gosh.
It does.
That's so special. That's so special. I love that you do that.
You talked about the culture already a little bit, and obviously meeting Matt when you first came back, and his whole approach to the way New Hope is kind of structured now, and of the cool things that he's brought over the last couple of years, all of the videos that we've shot. You've taken part in a couple of them. The short film Hurt, obviously Kiara, you had a big role as well. You were in that too, and then your son was in the Elite video, I believe. He was. They
were actually. I think you guys said my son and my daughter.
I did not know.
He's been in a couple for sure. How unique and cool have those opportunities been for you working here, in terms of obviously the impact you're making, but then also just providing other opportunities for you to expand your not like you're getting into film by any means of becoming an actress, but just breaking up the day-to-day of a typical week. And how cool have all those opportunities been?
To be honest with you, even coming here, the kids think I'm cool.
Sure. Mama got us on TV.
But not only the kids here, it's like my personal kids. They know I work at New Hope. I've explained why, like the type of kids I do work with here. But not only that, it's like they understood, okay, I can still treat everybody the same. I can still, even though they may be going through something, I still know how to come to them. I know how to approach them, and they understood. So that was like very rewarding because I was able to teach them a life lesson that they can grow from. And then just showing that I'm willing to show up for the company and just be a part of the movement, the impact that you guys are making, the difference you guys are making. I guess that was like real rewarding throughout the process. And then just sharing the experience. The kids understand that, okay, somebody's advocating for us and you're being a part of them trying to advocate for us and just standing up for us. That's I've heard them say that quite often. I
Good.
guess.
I love that.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think like just the fact of like being a parent and working with at-risk kids who could be around your kids' age, it could feel so emotional and just like, but it's like it's cool because you get to see and almost like they work together. Like you're teaching how you parent and it can, you know, like that compassion both ways. It's really cool. Like you got the inside scoop to what's going on, because I love that.
And those character traits, just sharing those different character traits that they can like pick up on. So I would say, and I get quite often like, even my students like, be that good friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never know what people going through. You never know. Just be a good friend.
Like, that's such a great reminder too, because I think so often we feel like we just know what people are thinking. We know the vibe they're trying to give off, but like most of the time people are just in their own world, their own zone. They're just trying to, you know, they're in their type of survival mode or just in the zone in one way, shape, or form. And I think so often we take that personally, but it's like it wasn't personal. They're just dealing, and you know.
You never know. They might want to grow up, trying to be like you.
Yeah, exactly. Like just being able to take.
What is that saying? All heroes don't wear capes.
Yes, exactly. It's that. It's so true. It's so true. And I mean, you know, I think some residents, a lot of residents forget how to smile just because they've been put. People are put in like a situation where they have to be all, you know. They need to know what's going on around them. So they're more in their mind, like, let me figure everything out versus, like, being present and, like, oh, I can smile and stuff like that. So the fact that, like, whenever anyone talks to you, I see them smile and stuff like that. And like, my next question was, how do you build trust with your students? But you really answered that. Like, you just create a safe space for them to have.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just creating a safe space, and then, like I said, just listening to them. They are... Even when they act out and have behaviors, they just want somebody to listen. Even if it's for the moment, or even if it's like, I don't want to talk to you right now, but can you please just, like, it's like a cry out for help. Like, I need somebody to come back and just listen to what I'm saying. Let me get it out. And then if I need to come back and apologize, I come back and apologize. The
emotional intelligence is still being learned. And I think, like, for so many of us, the way that we cover emotion is rage or anger. Like, you could be feeling sad or someone hurt your feelings, but it comes out as anger because that's the safe response. But it's like when you peel back those layers, it's like, oh no, so-and-so hurt my feelings. I'm not mad at them. I'm hurt by them. You know, so like, I think there's always like the foundation of anger. Like usually it's not anger, but that's just the acceptable response that people feel safe with versus crying or breaking down, you know, stuff like that.
And also one thing I've learned, just me making mistakes, you know, even us as adults, it's like the kids look at us like, oh, okay, y'all are the adults, but if you're wrong, you're wrong. I heard that quite often. Like over the years, it's like, well, you're wrong. I felt this way, and you didn't want to listen to me. I always apologize too. Like if I know it's something, or I just try to think outside the box, if I know it's something that may have hurt their feelings or something like that, even if it wasn't major to me, it might have been major to them. I still say, I'm sorry I made you feel this way. And I think that's the way I build trust with them as well. So that's important too. And a lot of people, it's overlooked. It's overlooked.
And you may be one of the first adults to apologize, because I think so often adults, like, saying sorry means... It takes away power sometimes, but that's not true.
No,
I feel like
it builds trust.
Yeah, like being able to acknowledge that, oh, you're wrong. It also like humanizes you, and like puts you back on. I mean, a lot of parents and just adults are put on a pedestal. It's like, oh, they get nothing wrong and stuff like that. But like, no, it's okay. And I'm an adult. I'm still making like
mistakes.
Like, and my favorite quote is like, if you're not making mistakes, you're not learning. Because it's so true. Like, you just try not to make it again. And if you do, like, you just grow from there.
No, I totally agree with you. And I will say they value when you you can be that grown adult to say, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
You got it.
Right. And for someone, for an adolescent who has been told you're doing this wrong, you're in trouble, but for an adult to say, you know what, I was wrong, you were right about that, or, you know, that was on me.
Shows them accountability.
Yeah, it's like, they're like, wait a second, I didn't have to fight you for this, or I didn't, you know, and then it just empowers them to continue to not push back in a disrespectful way, but just like advocate for themselves.
That's what I was gonna say. Advocate for themselves.
Yeah.
Take accountability and accept criticism.
Absolutely.
Like you said, those are ways to build character.
Right.
You're building character.
Absolutely.
So, I agree.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Could be for both of you. Being parents yourselves, I was curious with your lived experience here, imparting your, I guess, whatever you teach here, the lessons you try to impart to the kids here, bringing that home, and then for you, some of the lessons that you learned while here now as a mother. Talk about that connection, if you can. If there's any, correlation, if there's any intersect between, some of the lessons that you're imparting or learning here in your home life as parents.
I love that. Miss Icey, feel free to.
Let's see. I think more so like just, I guess comparing like here and then with parents and just structure. It taught me how to develop like structure with my kids.
Yeah.
Structure is big. You gotta have structure no matter what.
Yes.
Just all the way down to just having routine, just everything. It's like, again, I learned so much over the years here, and again, it did kind of help me learn how to deal with my children, especially with them being in their teenage years now. Because back then they were smaller, so it's like me working with teenagers now, it's like I was able to know how to deal with them.
Right.
Even though I may not always offer like coping skills and stuff, I know how to talk to them. I know how to communicate with them.
Right.
I know how, well, I at least think I do, or I'm learning to. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm picking up all these different qualities and traits here at the job, and I'm taking it home, and it's creating a healthy lifestyle for my kids.
I love that.
So I will say that that's one thing I noticed.
I love that. For me, like my response to my girls, I never try to make them feel like they're doing something wrong or saying something wrong, even if what they say is wild. It's like we really try to just listen.
Right.
Yes.
Listen and always my oldest daughter who's 8, I just want her, she has trouble expressing herself anyway, and she's really hard on herself and all of that. So when she does speak and share, I'm just, and I just want her to always feel like I'm a safe space, because I feel like a lot of the time
important.
I was scared of the response. I was scared I was going to get in trouble. I was scared that someone wasn't going to believe me or take me serious or judge me or anything. So I never want for my children to feel like mommy's going to be mad at me or mommy's going to judge me or I'm going to get in trouble for just learning. Like they're new. They just got to this world. So it's like, so I just try to really exercise grace. And then I also really believe in therapy. And when we noticed that our daughter was like having trouble expressing herself and just having, I wanted her to know emotional intelligence. So she speaks to a therapist and has different support than just her nuclear family and grandparents and stuff, so that she has a safe person if she ever doesn't feel comfortable sharing with us. And it just helps like so much. It helps like I feel like I can catch things a little sooner before it spirals. So yeah. That was a good question, Patrick.
Thank you.
And that was actually pretty good, and maybe it's something I could consider too, because it's like you said, sometimes you're not always in safe space.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So it give like your kids different options and people to talk to or whatever, especially when they're not comfortable or if they just like ashamed or anything like that. Because like you never know. And these kids, I don't know, the kids.
The exposure is different.
It is. Everything's different now.
Yes.
Everything's different now.
Yes,
so
like everything's at arm's reach, reach, and also there's so many things that may look a certain way, but it's not what it looks like. But you're only seeing, what people want to show you.
Right. And I definitely agree with you.
Yes, therapy for her has been great, and just being able to have that open conversation with her therapist, it's been cool. It's been a cool experience.
And it shows them too not to be afraid to ask for help.
Yes.
Even if they get older. So that's why I really like it. Like it's not bad just because you feel like you might be struggling. Asking for help is not a bad idea. Go get the help you need if you feel like you need it.
And I always try to be an advocate of like, just because you're in therapy, it doesn't mean you're crashing and burning. Like therapy is not just to heal things. It's to like have somebody who is like who's not your best friend, not your family, somebody who you could just do it back and forth with. And then if and when there comes a situation where you are in like turmoil or you need something, you already have your person. You already established care. So it's like having a primary care provider. It's maintenance. Like I just feel like therapy is what can keep you grounded. It's not just because you're like in a dark place.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Definitely look, something to pour back into your cup. Refill you.
Yes. Yeah.
That was good. That was good, Patrick.
Yeah, it was. That was really good.
Been sitting over here for quiet for far too long.
No, that was very impactful. So this is my final question, and I'm gonna try to do this question justice. So back in January of 2025, Matt, our COO, put it out there that we were going to be having a new award called the Wanda V Burris Award. And this year, you were the recipient of that, the first recipient. So I wanted to ask you how that felt. You can elaborate on the relationship you shared with Miss Burris. But I think it's so special that, just your full circle moments with New Hope and that you are so deserving of that award and that it went to you and your response, like, you have to put the response in this, like, it's just, you could feel the whole room. It just makes sense why you won it. So tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so first and foremost, when I was 22 years old and I started working at New Hope, I was on Trans 1. So Miss Burris was like one of the first people I like ever met. So like meeting her or whatever, of course, like, so we used to go back and forth. But I used to go back and forth with the whole third shift because of course I was like the youngest one on the unit. So I was working on the floor, and then I had got promoted to team lead, and then after that, like, I got moved to HR. So I didn't see her for a while, and I would only see her in staffing. So of course, like, with all the third shift or all the staff or whatever,
Right.
I would, like, of course, I still had a good rapport, so I could staff the building
Right.
pretty much with my eyes closed. So I was always close to her, but, like, in the moment of me, like, coming back, I left, like, out of nowhere. So in the moment of me coming back, when I came back through New Hope, the first two people I met, like, came in contact was Mr. Brown, and guess who was right there? Miss Burris. So when I got here, she was like, where have you been? Oh my gosh, you look so good. And I'm just so proud of you. And what are you doing? And I was telling her what I was doing. And I was telling her I had kids. And she was like, you know what? You coming to education.
Right.
And she was just,
I did not know
yeah,
that.
so she was like, you coming to education. So that's the only reason I ended up in education. So even being in education, like, of course, I got back into New Hope, which was like, I had prayed and prayed and prayed. And I was like, okay, this is my calling. I know I'm supposed to be here. So for everything just to fall in place from when I left before, it was like everything just laid back out as if I never left. And when I came back in, I had a little bit of experience teaching, but I didn't have much. But even though I didn't have that experience or as much experience as I thought I had, Ms. Burris took me under her wing. Everything that I needed to know, everything I need to learn about teaching, all the different materials I needed. Like, she took her time and she was there. And we sat in the classroom every day. Whatever I needed, ask questions about, she was there. But not only that, it's like, it goes a little bit deeper. Even being here at New Hope, you know, we pour into these kids, we pour into these kids, we pour into these kids. So,
Take your time.
we pour into these kids. But it's like to have somebody, even though they're going through something, they pour back into you despite of what they're going through.
Right.
It makes a difference. And it's like, even all the way down to going to school. I go to school now. Everything on my mind. I'm on my junior year for SPED. Miss Burris was in SPED too. But she was like...
And what is SPED?
So special education.
Okay. All right.
So I do go to school for special education.
Nice.
I'm on my junior year, but I didn't
Go
get
ahead, Miss
started.
Icey.
Look, I did. Only reason I started was because Ms. Burris kept saying, "You're going to go get your degree. You're going back to school. You're going to do this stuff for you." Yes, you are a mom, but at the same time, you got to do stuff for yourself.
Absolutely.
You got to advocate for yourself. You got to stand up for yourself. You got to make moves for yourself, because if you're not good, guess what? You can't do nothing for those kids. So it was like, so for so many years, I poured into the kids here, or I poured into my own kids.
Right.
So to have somebody to pour back into me, it was special. And it did here. It hit different.
Yeah.
And it's like, not only was like, we were just co-workers, like, we communicated all these years. We communicated, like, effectively, all these things. We became close friends. And then it was just like, to be there, like, one day and then the next day not be there.
Yeah.
It's like I realized my friend. So at the end of the day, but it also teaches you how to be a better friend, to, like, show up for people. Just all those things. But it's like, most importantly, just showing up for yourself, and to just accepting when you've done something good. Just accept your flowers.
Yes.
It's okay for you to accept your flowers.
That's a big one.
It's okay for you to accept your flowers. Like, you are who you are, regardless of any mistakes you make or anything you do. You still accept your flowers. It's okay.
It is.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the thing with Miss Burris.
I love that she's poured into you.
Yeah.
And you're walking in, it sounds like the same path that she's laid out for you.
Yes.
And it's really, it's super touching that you, like, I didn't know all the ins and outs of y'all's friendship. So it's amazing, like, that you got to receive something that she was a part of building in you.
Yes.
And it's so true what you say about, you know, if we don't take care of ourselves, we're not going to be able to take care of anyone else.
She always say that.
Yeah, like, it's impossible, because then we burn out and then nobody, you know. And then I also love what you said about accepting your flowers, because so often I think we're like, no, you know, it's nothing, and, you know, or we won't take the compliment, or we won't, even if we know we worked so hard for something, we'll still be like, no, don't. But, like, it is so important, because even the times that we don't, even if we know we're doing a good job, if we don't accept somebody else sharing that we're doing a good job, it does something to us. And when we do accept, it's like, yeah, they notice, they know that I know, and it's important, like, to just be good, like, and for people to see that. So I love that you shared that.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
I think what you just shared
Covers it.
it embodies what that award means. That obviously, compassion, certainly, that's been a big word for us over the last year. But
Right.
even your connection and how you've approached your return to New Hope and everything you've done here, and even outside of New Hope, working towards your degree and whatnot. All that, I think, I remember I was actually part of the committee that selected the award recipients. So, like, I knew you were winning that award ahead of time. You obviously had no idea because the video that I shared.
Having welcoming folks into the event.
You're at the table in the front, like barely listening to Dolly as she's giving this award, and it didn't even register at first. I remember when it first was announced, it was just like complete shock, and the reception in the room too. I think that like no words that even need to be spoken. That's how you knew that you were deserving for the first honoree of this award.
I didn't hear louder cheers. Everybody was on their feet. No one was sitting and to have like your team and peers like just be that excited for you, like that's just amazing. Like it just speaks for itself who you are.
And it's so crazy because it's like it really felt like in that moment it was like I think I was lost for words, and it's like I'm like, me of all people, like wait a minute, there's gotta be a mistake, because it's like I honestly I thought it could be anybody. We work with some amazing people. I honestly thought it could be anybody in that room, honestly. But I mean, even to get the reward, and
it was your turn.
Like you said, I guess it was my turn. And then, like I say, just to be able to get my flowers, like while I'm still here, and just know that I was. So many people contributed into building me up at a younger age, and like to see me being like so successful and representing the company so well with the compassion and all that stuff, and so many people just pouring into me and teaching me new things. And even back then, it's like a lot of stuff I didn't understand then, and I get it now. And it's like I'm so thankful. It's so many people like. It's like you got your Mr. Falls, you got Miss White, like you have Miss Williams, Miss Charlene Williams, like you got Miss Stevenson. You have all these amazing people, Miss Fielder, Miss Page. You have all these people that have seen me like at a younger age and just grow into like this amazing person. Like, so you gotta say, because I feel like I still got work to do. Like, you know, I'm still young. We all got work to do. But it's like just to know that people around you recognize and they appreciate you just showing up every day. Like, it's speechless. And on top of that, like going home and then like my kids saying, "What's that?" And I'm like, they didn't even look at the money. It was just like, Mom, you got the reward, but it's like we talking about kids that work that tag along with me and they watch me and they're inspired by me every day. And my kids like, Mom, that's a big thing.
Yes.
Like, and
wow.
like,
the fact that they understand impact. Yeah.
But think about it, that's them tagging along with me when we did like the movies, and they understand what we do at New Hope, and they recognize that it takes a strong person to show up here every day regardless of what you have going on, and you got to show up with intention every single day. And it's like they recognize it, and for them to say, Mom, I'm so proud of you, and then like that was like over the top. And then when I got to work, it was like the kids see me, and they, as soon as I hit the classroom, the kids was clapping. They was like, that's my teacher, that's my teacher. But it felt good because you know what? At the end of the day, you made a difference. And what Ms. Bird say, you got to advocate for yourself.
Absolutely.
You got to stand up for yourself, and you got to take care of you, and you got to give yourself grace and give yourself flowers.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm so thankful for her. I'm so thankful, like, just to be given that award. Like, it's so amazing. It's so amazing.
There's your speech right there, because I know you're at a loss for words. Yeah, like
it's amazing.
It's amazing that, like, I mean, you're raising young advocates here and at home, like, and just like to have an understanding of something that you're not dealing with is just amazing that your kids have that. Like,
Yes.
that's so special. That's a gift that you've given them
Yes,
to
yes.
just expose them to different things.
I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, Miss Icey, I have never cried on a podcast. Today's my first, and I just appreciate like your compassion and just sharing your story, and
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just so happy for you, and I'm just thank you for being here and showing up as how you show
Yes,
up.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Of course, of
Yeah.
course. I thank y'all.
Absolutely. Yay! Look, you'll be on this again. You're a natural.
When we just talking.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate it a whole lot. It's in there, I think even now, like I'm still lost for words, but it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Patrick, any last words?
It's hard to follow that. think
I know, right? I was like,
I'm glad you asked
Icey
that
said it
last.
all.
I'm glad you asked that last because the rest of the questions. I mean, they were still good, but
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
have been tough to continue. That
Oh,
was like,
I was just trying to get through it too. I was like,
it's a fitting wrap to the end of the episode. I appreciate. I know you were nervous going into this, but you knocked it out of the park. So
thank you all so much for joining another episode of Hope Grown. Thank you, Icey, for joining us. I'm sure Miss Icey will be back with us soon. And of course, thank you as always, Patrick, for all you do. So
thank you. Thanks for roasting.
yeah, and we will see you all soon. So thank you. See you again. Thank you, Miss Icey.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course, I appreciate you too.